Now, this is a part 2 to the condensed footage that I've been promising everyone who watches my videos, and there aren't many people watching it recently, which must mean that they shut down my traffic, because I've been coming out with more and more videos and finding more and more evidence than ever, so you'd think it'd go the opposite. So take a look at this. That girl dyed her hair red, as you can see, within the next week or two. As I stated, and can prove, they are having more and more and more and more people dye their hair red around me. They are approaching me in a way in their gradual increase in demonic attacks on me and subliminal messages. And when it comes to the whole calling me, insinuating I'm a girl or a dog, or pretending to be me or my mother or father around me, saying they're family or God, is getting to the point where they don't know what to do, because my blackmailing effect actually seemed to have worked, which I talked about briefly last video. And shapeshifter. That girl was just talking about how Aaron's dad, they're pretending to talk about some show. They're trying to make me think they're talking in code about some father that really did love his son. Because I told you they're all pretending to be my dad, and they're all pretending to be me. And then she said that Aaron's path was led astray. The only way for humanity to be free is to kill all those people. And it's like, they're basically trying to say that they want me to think I'm Aaron. She's talking about my dad. They want me to think I'm her. That's like, I mean, they don't even want me thinking that's my girlfriend. They're not even good at enticing me into anything with lies. I mean, they really want to make me sin and turn and corrupt me, and they think that God will hate me if I want to be a girl or anything for them, be their girlfriend. There was one time a guy praying to Jesus, supposedly, and I talked to him and filmed him. I didn't film him, but I talked to him, and he said something about he said, my son, my wife, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm not your son, your wife. See, clear proof. They're trying to make me into a little girl dog. Now, excuse the clown music, because I personally find it hilarious that they think that they can get one over on me when I'm Jesus Christ. So, they actually don't understand how this is going to be incriminating to them. Putting a glove here when all the other videos where there's like gloves, think about how I told you, they want to insinuate that I'm a little girl or a dog, or that they're my family. All of a sudden there's a dog, A Family for Beginners, which is a book about a girl with red hair, in a glove. And I was trying to find ways to make people watch my videos. I thought some funny music might do it. Now, at Walmart, in which I always do my videos in, right around Valentine's Day. Okay. All those hearts are the same, except for 3 of them. Purple, because they know I like the color purple, and good vibes, and a dog. To get me to believe they're my dad, or that they're my mom. And yeah, as I time it out so that girl walks by with the daughter and say that they're my dad, they'll actually think that. Now, see how, like I said in my other videos, they always try and pull people or do weird energy stuff? Now, I don't know how to describe this, but they will literally have a boyfriend and girlfriend tug each other closer to each other whenever I'm around, because they want me to feel like I'm being tugged towards them. Now, it sounds crazy. They also, on video, have you seen before, where they touch their penis in front of me, or their vagina, or have their boobs sticking out extra and try and be extra showy. They put the bananas everywhere. They try to insinuate with me through stuffed animals and subliminal messages that I'm a girl or a dog, and I can prove it with these videos coming up. Trust me. More evidence. This is when it started happening more and more and more and more, where there's a bunch of people all of a sudden with red hair and nurses and stuff like that to insinuate with me before, with they'll put oils everywhere, subliminal messages with bananas and stuff about sex, all in weird places around the store, and it looks normal at first until you investigate and combine it with every other thing I say. Every single other thing I say will combine this all into something that you won't even believe is real. Started noticing an increase in the amount of gloves on the ground. I'll find one glove on the ground everywhere I go, and people everywhere just wearing one glove and sometimes 2 gloves. And in this one, it's
Yeah,
two
Cash.
gloves.
It's like
I'm
I
pretty sure.
want to make sure I'm being 100% accurate. I'd say at the very least of 95%, and if I ever find any more updates on being less or more, I will do so. But I'd say it's even more accurate.
Finish my sentence for myself, but there's more and more evidence piling up, and I feel like I have to condense these videos for you. They do stuff like this. And they always try and pull themselves towards each other and do weird stuff because they think it's making me sin. Like her touching her butt for a second, make herself noticeable. That's a demon. Look at her hands, grabbing herself.
If I ask them about Hayden Lonsdale,
she's not a foreign agent, so you know.
Stuff that these normal,
that's a demon.
Quote, unquote, people should be able to know about. I mean, it's like, oh shit, my bad.
You gotta understand the way I am and understand this is all real. As you can see. Let's watch this again.
There's no way they're all working against him in some weird way. I mean, they're that delusional. Again, I have to reiterate this and hope someone could be smart enough to listen to this and decipher through my
See how they just seem normal?
And then
she pulls him towards him. And then she wants to make herself noticeable. She touches me her boobs and her butt. She gestures to make me look at her. And then she touches near her butt again.
I mean, investigating
grabs herself.
Like a foreign agent. If I ask them about Hayden Lonsdale and Orgelorg and stuff that these normal, quote unquote, people should be able to know about, I
mean, see how they make it so that they sip something right when I'm around them? Like I said this before, we have to watch it again. I want to make sure people understand this. They're actually trying to molest me. They're trying to psychologically traumatize me, and they're addicted to it. And they're demonic forces. You have to take the red pill. You have to unveil. You have to lift the veil off your eyes and realize that every single body language thing they're doing basically is really like something else.
And all this other stuff. Pay attention to the colors purple and how I'm timing this out, and that's something what I'd say naturally anyways.
Now, one of the things I talked about in my video is pay attention to when I say me and them and how it always matches up with kids or girls or dogs, because I'm trying to keep them in a state of confusion where they think that God, that who talks through me and leads me around and makes it look as if I see through time for everyone. And I've proven it if you watch my videos carefully enough. That conversation, I was going to say purple anyways, and all of a sudden you're going to see a bunch of people wearing purple and stuff.
They know that when I see people
like stuff like I've done before in videos. You just got to believe that this is all real. Very, very, very real. Don't click off because of that. That wouldn't even make sense why I'd want to click off. See how she's touching her butt? There's a dog. Everyone somewhere fully purple. See how I didn't really see her there, but I was going to say that anyways. I'll have purple over there. Purple. Trying to touch, like she's trying to touch near her vagina. That's a demon trying to molest me. They think that I can be psychologically traumatized like that when I can't.
Like one time, there was this girl when I was in the hospital.
Purple again.
And I was investigating her. I was like interrogating her. I was saying, "Oh, so you love? Oh, you
all
love
these people
Jesus?
wearing
oh,
purple.
Yeah, you love Jesus?" And well,
purple.
And then all of a sudden I said,
red.
"Oh, Satan." I mean, I didn't say it like that. That's bad.
More and more, I started seeing these loose carriages everywhere.
They want to pretend to be my dad and me at the same time, and this doesn't even make sense. Like loose carriages.
And they just kept doing more and more weird stuff, dyeing like that girl dyed her hair red eventually. A bunch of people started putting bananas everywhere and insinuating I'm a girl and a dog, pretending to be me. They even talk to my internal dialogue, which I'll try and get on camera soon, where I'll be talking and it's almost like they're responding to my internal dialogue where I'll say something. It's almost like what they're saying around me, and their normal conversations are not normal at all. It's almost as if they're trying to talk to my internal dialogue, which I know they are. I'm noticing people put more and more phones in their pockets, in their butt. There's girls that will even put their phones in the front of their pocket too. And it's all happened more and more. Like I noticed patterns. I didn't just see this. Once I started noticing these people more and more, I looked around everywhere. Then I started seeing them doing more and more of these activities they're doing. I didn't just notice it and think they were doing it more and more. I saw everything, opened my eyes, and then they did it more and more and more. More and more people wearing purple that day. And when I said watch out, they're all wearing purple, and I didn't even go through the story. Like a prediction, like a sign, like a miracle. That's what me, Jesus Christ, can do. And I'm trying to show you that all these people are demons. They're all putting bananas everywhere and stuffed animals in weird places. You should see, this is only a needle. It's like me proving this is real seems to be like a needle in a haystack so far. But trust me, you've only seen and uncovered the evidence as if the needle, the whole haystack of evidence I have, you've only seen the needle so far. If that was an analogy or a metaphor.
The purple art. Do you understand how I'm timing all this out? I don't think that's something a human could do. I know it sounds weird, but I didn't turn water into wine. It was a metaphor, an analogy. And
they always do strange body language stuff like that. And then look over here, there's like a guy dressed like a kid. Loose carriage again.
Theirs, honestly.
Well, there's like Rugrats stuff. I started seeing, especially recently, more and more people wearing kid stuff around me. Because they're like giant pedophiles. I mean, they want me to trust them. They want to turn me into a kid. They think they can give me amnesia. They think they can surround me with even kid noises and give me like a trigger. If you look up like someone's traumatized, like something could trigger them, they want to trigger me into some sort of amnesia, but it won't work.
How someone would think that exactly.
Right when I'm around, she's like touching the carriage, cause she's a pedophile. That's a demon monster. That's a real life reptilian alien that thinks in their head they're traumatizing me and molesting me and hurting me, and it's also like their coping skill because they're so scared of me. They want me to see that. A guy tied up with red hair walking through. That's also like some sort of kid type of shirt. I mean, if you thought that people want to turn you into a kid or a girl or a dog, and you start seeing like kid shirts everywhere, and people dyeing their hair red more and more, and like that girl in the beginning of the video talking about family and some sort of, I mean, that's something Satan would do. Talking about they were trying to make you think I'm Aaron in that movie and that I've been led astray when they're the ones trying to lead me astray. That's creepy, right? Tell me this wouldn't freak you out. All of a sudden, like, if your hair was blue, you started seeing a bunch of people wearing blue hair everywhere, more and more and more. Like, not like you just noticed people with red hair. It was like, oh, blue hair. It was like, oh, everyone has blue hair. And it's like more and more and more. Even now, like the Burger King and the Wendy's I go to, there's like one person with red hair at the Burger King. At the Wendy's I go to, there's like 3 people with red hair. Everywhere I go, there's like 2 or 3 people with red hair wherever I go. Because they're trying to make me into a gay person or a transgender person to make me sin when it's not a sin. They think they can psychologically traumatize me with almost anything they do. Part of the video is a little bit differently, but I walked out of Dunkin' Donuts when I was doing my reporting job, and I see a car license plate that says "Arrive Alive" because they're talking, and I was just talking about how I'm Jesus Christ and I just arrived, and I'm back on Earth now to reveal all this information to everyone.